the entire conversation is going to revolve around direct response social media posts. So let me repeat that again in case you're writing things down. Direct response social media posts. So this is posts that we make on social media that we expect a response from instantly. So oftentimes we get told, hey, get on social media, do video, make more posts, take a picture of your bagel and post it on social media, do whatever, right? There's this, hey, let's beat obscurity with volume. While I do subscribe to the volume, I also subscribe to actual effective strategies that work. So that's when we're talking about direct response social media, I'm going to show you examples of what I mean. So how many social media platforms, let's kick things off. How many social media platforms do you actively engage in today? So if you want to list them out, go ahead and drop it in the chat. Or if you want to drop the number, go ahead and drop that in the chat. So social media, I consider social media, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, TikTok, Snapchat, Twitter. I consider those platforms social media. I personally don't consider YouTube social media, even though a lot of folks do. But that's just a personal opinion. And I guess that's just a personal opinion.
MD road? MD
What's that? What's that, Jay?
Oh, nothing. No, nothing.
Oh, okay. So we have IG, we have Facebook, we have 3, we have 4, we have 2, we have TikTok, 4. Awesome. So you have platforms and you're actively in there, right? So now more than ever, as we're trying to stay in front of a lot of our sphere at scale, if you will, now that we have this opportunity, I want to make sure that we optimize and capitalize on that opportunity. So the way that we teach the social media strategy here internally for us and our agents and everybody that's in our orbit is spending no more than 20 minutes on social media a day. And that means throwing in these direct response posts that you're about to see and bringing people to us. Right. So one of the big struggles that we often have is spending so much time on social media that we neglect the client nurture, the client acquisition, everything. We just spend a lot of time there. At the end of the day, we just don't accomplish much. So everything that we do is with the purpose, specifically when we get on social media, because when that dopamine hits, it is challenging to get off of that drug. So anytime we see a notification, anytime we see something that draws our attention and gives us that immediate pleasure, it's hard to get off of it. All right. So what I'm going to drop right now is in the chat, I'm going to drop several options for you to choose from. Go ahead and copy and paste all of them into your notes, wherever you're putting your notes down. But I'm going to give you options. These are posts that you'll want to make. Sorry, I'm working from one monitor today. These are posts that you'll want to make on your personal feeds. So this works on LinkedIn, this works on Facebook, this works on Instagram, this works on even Twitter, but primarily the one that you're going to absolutely not want to skip over is going to be Facebook. So your personal feed on Facebook. Start there, and then we can navigate into other platforms. So I'm dropping it in the chat right now. These are all posts that you can make as direct response posts for your social media. So again, it's the entire thesis, the entire thing that we're covering today is direct response posts. Posts that make us attractive, posts that create conversation, posts that draw people's attention to us and actually want to engage with us. Now, you're going to notice a common theme here. Who do you think our target audience is with these posts as you read them? I'll read those for those of you that are driving. What year did you buy your first home? What's your preferred home insurance company? How many homes have you bought or sold during your lifetime? If you could move anywhere, where would you go? How would you update your home with a $50,000 budget? Who do you think our avatar is with those types of posts? Primarily. Feel free to drop it in the chat or unmute. Do you see a common theme through them?
People that own homes, potential sellers.
Ian, people that own homes. Luis, people, homeowners. Anthony, current homeowners. Ding, ding, ding. That's it. That's it. That's who we're targeting. Right? So one of the big things that we end up doing whenever everyone wants to be on the listing side, but we're still making content that speaks to first-time home buyers. We're still making content that is teaching people how to improve their credit score to purchase their pro homes. Well, if you want to be on the listing side, why are you creating conversations around this avatar? Essentially, you're missing your people, or the people that you want to be speaking to. So what I want us to do as part of a kind of a done with you mastermind, that's really the model that we want to go towards here moving forward. I want you to select one of these, and I want you to just test it. I want you to just take action. So don't just copy and paste it to your notebook and leave it there forever and for always. Pick one of the ones that you feel most comfortable with and go and throw it on Facebook, go and throw it on LinkedIn, go and throw it on Instagram, go and throw it wherever you want to throw it. But I highly encourage that you start with Facebook and then work your way back. So which one, let me know, which one are you gravitating towards? Feel free to unmute yourself or just copy and paste what you're going to post on your socials.
Gravitating toward the first one, has equity.
Awesome. Have you ever made that type of post, Miss Payne?
No, I haven't.
What do you think about that post?
I like it. I've done some rendition of maybe one or two of the others, but I like it.
Okay.
Especially since I'm looking for people with high equity, so that fit.
Awesome. All right, so Miss Payne is going to go with the what year did you buy your first home? Anybody else?
I like the one that says what would you update with the $50,000 budget? Because people that are thinking this, either they're unhappy with something that they have in their house, or they're thinking about fixing it or moving out of it.
Yeah. That's actually a holdover. I'm glad that you bring that one up, Betty, because that's actually that's a holdover from a question that we ask at open houses. Right. So one of the challenges that we have in open houses is getting people to give us their contact information. Some of us are a little bit better than others at asking for that information. Some of us are overly pushy with asking for their contact information. Wherever you fall, that's fine. But that question right there has really helped start the conversation with an actual human, as opposed to getting them into an uncomfortable situation of signing in, because they're being asked that at every open house. Right. So that's why every single time that maybe not every single time, most of the time when home buyers come to your open house, they're already so trained because they've been at 3 open houses before they hit yours. They're so trained to say, I have an agent, because they know that we have to respect that and just back away. Right. So they've already came in a little bit trained up, and this question right there diffuses that and brings open a conversation. All right. So let's see. who's already posted before we continue? Who has posted on their socials already?
I did a long time ago, Jaime, posted the first one. What year did you buy your first home? Because you said to say that. And a lot of
Okay.
people engage. I just didn't know what to do with that. After
Well,
that.
good thing you're here. What have you posted? You posted that other one already?
Yeah, the first one. What year did you buy your first home? And people say, this year, what year? People started saying what year.
No, but today, did you post how would you update your home with the $50,000 budget?
No, you want us to do this right now? Okay.
Yes, please.
Okay.
Yes, please. All right, so pick one of those, post it. We're going to give it 12 seconds, then we're going to keep going. I heard some background noise. Who unmuted?
That was me. I'm in the car headed to an appointment, but so, hey, will you explain to everybody kind of the flow of that post, right? Liking and then slipping into the DM and then trying to basically add them to your database as nice as possible. Will you explain a little bit about because I don't think people really are thinking through exactly what to do after you make that post.
For sure. Great point. So what we're doing again, so everybody knows the entire structure, this is direct response on social media. Same way that you would do more direct response things through, outside of social media. This is designed for you to leverage the power and virality of social media. So what happens now is people are going to comment on your post. So going to your point, Betty, people are commenting on your post. I just didn't know what to do next, right? So what happens next is you're going to start having conversations with those individuals, right? You're going to find people that, going back to your original post, what year did you buy your first house? You're going to have people that say, I bought mine last year. And then you're going to think, oh, crap, they didn't use me, right? But I purchased 10 years ago. I purchased in 2001. I'm thinking about buying next year, just waiting for the prices to come down. Well, guess what? We need to have a conversation with those people ASAP, right, Betty? So what happens now is we acknowledge their comments, and it's something as simple as just liking their comment and then thanking them for their comment out in the public, out in our feed. But really the heavy lifting happens in the DMs. That's when you start having a conversation, a more substantive conversation with them. Hey, thanks for engaging on my post. What was that home purchase like 2 years ago? Oh, it was terrible. The pre-approval was all wrong. My realtor sucked, this, that, or the other, right? So again, we're just having conversations. This is just a way to tripwire to start having conversations with people, right? So you have a way of communicating with people, same way that Shane has a different way of communicating with people. Our goal here is just to start having conversations with as many people as possible, right? So whenever you're making that post, you start engaging in conversation. Now, when you're doing this for the first time, if you've never done any direct response through social media, what we're trying to do is we're trying to capture their information because they're in our sphere, they're in our orbit at some point, right? They were friends let's stick to Facebook for now. They're friends of ours on Facebook. And chances are that's kind of the extent of it. So they're a social media profile to us. We don't have their email. We might have their phone, just depending on where you ran into them or how they came into your life. And oftentimes that's probably outdated. But that's about it, right? You might know their birthday if they shared that on their socials. So just as a reminder, so for those of you that were in our buyer mastermind, we talked about what we deem here as a complete profile in terms of what do I need from Jay to consider him a complete profile in my database. We need the name, the email, the phone number, their date of birth, their address. Those are the things that we, I'm sorry. And if they're a renter or a homeowner, there's 6 things that we need. So again, it's a quick reminder for those of you that are writing things down to what we consider a complete profile. We need 6 different things. We need their name, their email, their phone number, their birth date, their physical address, and if they're a renter or a homeowner.